Hello, this is Marshall again, and I am here to show another portfolio piece. This one is called Soup Kitchen, and it is meant to simulate a soup kitchen where people who own the soup kitchen can go in and store their items and also sort their items by categories. This was made as part of a project week at Lambda School, so my role was that I did code on this. Some I helped set up the back end, and I did help a lot with problem solving on the front end with React and so forth and jumping around. But my role was Scrum Master, so I was there to support the group of other developers on the team. So, as you can see, we had a group of 8 people, 7 developers, and then 1 Scrum Master. So my role as Scrum Master was to be a generalist programmer, and then also to help enable every other person. And even if it was a different category that I didn't have any prior studies in, such as UX design, like really in-depth UX design, or say iOS, which was full courses that other students have been diving into and doing. I still I still I still had to work with and give all of them the resources they need, help them set them up with other people who could possibly help, and organize everything for all the people, let them know what they need to be done. And this right here was a Google Doc write-up I did for this application that is in the link below on my portfolio site. So here is the Trello board. I set up the entire Trello board for everyone, and I wrote up what their MVPs were, and I put a backlog. So stretch would be the extra credit for going above and beyond what's required of you, and then here's the in progress for making your stretch or MVP, and then it's like what the person's currently working on. And then I went ahead and gave everyone their icons, let them know here's their tasks, and this would be a way I could do to keep track of everyone and how they're doing on the project, so that I knew if they needed extra help or if I had to schedule a meeting with them. Here is the uh, GitHub page. So I made this GitHub page, and I got everyone's repository set up, and I went ahead and got each person who the React developer and then all 3 of the UI developers. I all got their um, front end up and running with Netlify, so that every time they deployed, it would be up and running on Netlify, because their goal was to make a certain MVP background to move forward in the program. And then part of Stretch would be like mastering deployment. And I basically set up deployment for everyone in the group who had to interact with the front end as part of the project. So right here, this was a front end made by Guillermo, and this is the front end he made. There is 2 other front ends. This one right here. If I copy and paste this link here from this one's from Dan Sherman, and close that up. And then here is the front end made by John. Oh, shoot, did I copy the whole thing? Oh, yeah, I did. It's just loading. Yep. Have the menu here, and also have cool. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and walk through the application. So just click right here to volunteer. And then here we go, and I already have my account info set up, so I'll go ahead and log in. So right here, you can just basically see there's a picture of a number of items set up. Um, that you have, you can then go ahead and click on the different categories to filter the items. And then you click here to show all, and it did also implement a search where you can type in letter by letter and it will go ahead and search for each item. And then you can go here and type on the categories. So say type on a new item category. I'll go ahead and say this is bacon. Let's say I'll call this turkey bacon. Quantity, go ahead and say 4 units, 1 pounds. Image URL, that's if we have a image URL, but I'm just going to let it default for now. And then the category I'm going to put this in is proteins, and then add inventory. All right, successfully added. Then I'll go to here and turkey bacon right there. And if I click on proteins right here, and then 5 pounds turkey bacon. So that's basically the app itself. The stretch goal, I believe, for the app was to start categorizing things by categories and having it filter. So they wanted to take the items and be able to click on the individual item page and then have it downgrade so that you could keep track of the items downgrading, so you can keep track of how much you have in your inventory and sorting it. My job was to help set people up for success. I did jump in a lot with the back end and with React, and I would provide everyone with their Trello boards and then keep people on track and meet with people and discuss and do morning stand-ups to enable people to progress and make sure they were making their MVPs or seeing if they needed extra help. And yeah, so that was definitely an interesting experience being Scrum Master. I did do some coding, but a lot of it was more leadership orientated. I thought it was a good experience, and thank you for watching my video.